Hello, looking at last Saturday's Lotto results for draw 2280, the machine used was Lancelot and the set of balls used was set 5. And if we look at what the chart looks like before those numbers came out, this is where they were on the chart. So we've got the more frequent end at this side, more recent end at the bottom. And you can see none of them are particularly outstanding, except for maybe 33 because it's the lowest frequency. 58 has occurred again. But if we narrow it down to just the machines and the 4 sets of balls that are being used at the moment, then now you can see that 58 is the most frequent. So it's outstanding because it's a lot more frequent than the other numbers. So if we look at further back at the entire draw history, and we turn the chart round so we can see the numbers. Okay, that's what the chart looks like for just the 2 machines and 4 sets of balls that are being used at the moment. Looks like that. So let's see where the winning numbers were on this chart. That's where they were. The reason why 55 and 58 are right back there is because they've only been added recently. So we've got number 8, which was the 3rd most frequent, looking a little bit overdue for its frequency. (33) and 42. Just there. 15 down there. Now if we narrow it down even further, we'll just look at Lancelot. Now you can see excuse me 33 is a lot more frequent with Lancelot, and this is where the winning numbers were on that chart. So out of the 10 recently added numbers, 55 was the most overdue and 58 was the most frequent. Now if we narrow it down to set of balls number 5, it's upside down and back to front. Looking at set of balls number 5, that's where the winning numbers were on that chart. And if we narrow it down to just Lancelot and set of balls number 5, that's where the winning numbers were on that chart. So now let's look at the numbers paired with each other. Okay, this is the chart for numbers paired with number 8. That's where the winning numbers were. Chart for 15. $33. So these numbers weren't particularly outstanding. If we look at the chart for 55, you can see 33 and 42 overdue for the frequency to occur with 55. And that's where the other winning numbers were. 8 was one of the most overdue. If we look at 58, we've got 33 looking a bit overdue. Number 8, most frequent. That's where all the numbers were. 55 overdue for its frequency with 58. So if we narrow it down to just the current trend, then we get that 15 slightly overdue for its frequency with number 8. So not really very outstanding numbers, but that's what came out. So what we can learn from that is can't always predict what's going to happen, basically. Tell you what I do know though. What I do know, 28 is the most overdue. Right, 23 is looking overdue for its frequency. This is just going on the current trend, right? 16 overdue for its frequency. Now, if we look at these numbers paired with each other, okay, we'll have to look at the full draw history. Right, this is a chart for 28, which is most overdue at the moment going on the current trend. And look what's overdue for its frequency with 28. 23, 16, 2. Right. Now if we look at these other numbers, such as 23, 28 due to occur with 23 very soon. And where's number 2? There it is. Now if we look at 16, again 28, look 40 overdue. There's number 2 again, 23, second most frequent. Alright, So let's just make a note of these numbers. 16, 23, 28, 2, 40. Now, let's look at all machines and all sets of balls and the full draw history. Now looking at the bigger picture, this is the biggest chart. Don't get any bigger than this. Right. What do I see? 23 is the most frequent. It's the most overdue. And you can't get any more overdue for its frequency than basically at the most frequent and overdue end of the chart. It's right in the corner. So 23 is coming out in the next draw. It's got to. Because look where it is. If it don't come out in the next draw, it'll come out very soon. That's my prediction. And if we look at recent history, let's see where 23 is. Most overdue. Most overdue in recent history. And when we looked at current trend, 28 was most overdue. So if we look at the chart for 23, see where 28 is. There it is. 40 overdue. 40 is overdue. And if we look at entire draw history and look at the chart for 23, what's most overdue to occur with 23? 40. So these 5 numbers, are all pointing to each other at the moment. So my prediction, sometime soon, these numbers are coming out together. So anyway, it's probably a good job hardly anybody ever watches these videos, because when them numbers come out, I'm gonna win all to myself. In fact, I'll show you what numbers I'm putting on. That's what I'm putting on. I'm gonna put them on. I might just put 17 lines on 23 and 28. Win a grand. Like I did with 33 and 40. So I hope that this information helps you to win money on the Lotto. That concludes this video. Subscribe for the next one. Bye for now.